You know, I know that it finds expression in different ways in our nation, and not everybody has been able to feel it in its totality. Freedom is something that we're afforded. Oppression still exists, unfortunately. And let's be true, let's be real. Slavery still exists. We need to pursue the enemy, pursue those who are corrupt and evil, that are exploiting young children and others, and exploiting situations and exploiting circumstances and putting shackles and chains and control over the lives of people. We need to recognize that. We need to realize that that's got to take place. When we look at the world around us, when we look at our own spiritual lives, we need to recognize that Jesus indeed has set us free. Jesus indeed has come into our life. He has taken from us our burdens. He has taken from us our sinfulness. He has taken from us our corruption. He has set us free from our sin. And that is freedom. That is release. That is peace. That is hope and comfort in a new existence. Some of us, we have experienced in significant ways physical or external freedom. I mean, freedoms of this nation, freedoms that we should be thankful for, freedoms in an appropriate way we should be proud of, freedoms that we should accept, embrace. And here's the thing, in Galatians 5:13, brothers and sisters is where it starts, talking to people, brothers and sisters. Like, when you view freedom, how the Spirit has set you free, how the Lord has set you free, how He's released you. This is a beautiful thing, but then it goes on to say this. The book of Galatians goes on to say this, and that text, in that scripture, it says, don't allow that freedom to be a place where you can indulge in flesh. Essentially, don't use it to be wicked. Don't use it to be corrupt. Don't use the freedom that you now have. Don't use the release that you now have. Don't use the hope and peace that you now have as an opportunity to do whatever you please. I mean, how many of us in our nation, how many people in our nation, how many of us individually are guilty of allowing the freedoms that we've been given to be used selfishly, to be used for self, to be used to engage in lustful desires, to engage in corrupt things, to engage in what we want. You see, freedom is a privilege. Freedom is an honor. It is an opportunity. Freedom is something that has been given to us ultimately through Jesus Christ. It is something that's been given to us. It's our external life experience and freedoms. Yes, we feel a bit restricted. Yes, we feel a bit controlled. Yes, we feel a bit overwhelmed at times, especially with what's going on in this country right now, in this planet. But that does not mean that there are moments in our life, opportunities, experiences. Truth is that we could be slaves and free on the inside because of Christ. Free on the inside because of Christ. You just go back a little bit and look at history and the heritage of people in this nation. You'll find out that Jesus Christ brought even slaves freedom. Even slaves freedom. Because there was something that happened within. There was something that changed within their heart. There was something that they experienced within themselves that nothing externally could ruin. Nothing externally could ruin. But where are you at, though? Church, where are you at? People, where are you at? Are you using your freedoms to do whatever you please? Are you using your freedoms to do what you want? Are you using your freedoms to indulge in life? Are you using your freedoms to do whatever you think you can or want to do? Are you taking advantage in a negative way? Are you taking advantage of the freedoms that you've been given? If you are, if I ever am, my own life, shame on me. God convict me. God come to me and tell me how corrupt and how messed up I view life. Because we need to realize, we need to recognize external, internal, spiritual, physical freedoms in this life are something that we should hold as precious, something that we should hold as valuable, something that we should hold as special. And in that value, in that special understanding of what freedoms are, man, you better get it right. You better get it figured out. You better understand just what you have. Don't be selfish with it. Don't be corrupt with it. Be hopeful. Be deliberate and recognize that you are indeed free.